Hi, in this training session, we'll be learning about the concept of standard time in the manufacturing front. In this process, we'll be covering what is standard time, its role in manufacturing, how to determine standard time, and finally, how to calculate standard time. Standard time is defined as the time required by an average skilled operator working at a normal pace to perform specified tasks using a prescribed method. This time necessarily includes various time allowances. Standard time is basic time plus allowances. Some of the allowances added while calculating standard time are fatigue, contingency allowances, which is described as the small amount of allowance added to meet any expected items of works or delays. This could be defects and reworks, power failures, thread breaks, and comprise of only 5% of the basic allowance. After understanding standard time, we must also know its role in the manufacturing sector. Standard time aids us in workforce planning, that is, planning the number of workers required to complete a process. It is also required for line balancing, which involves determining the correct number of workstations for optimum workflow. This can be done by knowing the standard time taken at each workstation. It is also used for MRP or materials requirement planning systems. And until we do not know time standards of each work, we cannot plan its requirements. Wage payment is another job used based on standard time, since actual performance is to be compared with expected performance on the basis of the time taken. Also, standard time plays a very major role in cost accounting, since work standards are required and because the cost consists not just of labor costs but also right allocation of various production costs. After that, it is very critical for employee evaluation. This basically involves calculating and comparing between the time taken by operator and standard time required for an operation. And this is how we arrive to our next topic for today. That is, how do we determine standard time? We have all heard of the best way of doing it, which is by use of predetermined motion and time systems or simply PMTS systems. An example would be ProSMV. Other ways are determination through historical data or based on experience and time study. Now, time study involves studying time taken by an operation in about 5 different cycles with the use of a stopwatch. And then we finally come to the part where we learn how to calculate standard time. So before the formula, we must know that standard time is computed based on 3 factors. These are observed time, performance rating factor, and allowances. So we already know that standard time is equal to basic time plus allowances. This basic time is the product of cycle time and performance rating. Also, the allowances in case of sewing time standards are the sum of bundle allowances, machine allowances, and personal allowances. So that was about calculating standard time and all for today. If you have any doubts regarding the concepts explained on the video, you can chat with us in our chat column on the right end of the web page, and we look forward to solving your queries as early as possible. Thank you.